That's not being a victim.
It's a choice you choose to
Because you're
make.
choosing to go back. So that means you're either an enabler or you're trying to become a survivor. That means you're trying to get out of your situation. That's surviving. That's getting out. See? But victims are not aware. I mean, that don't mean they're dumb. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that they're just not aware of what happened to them. Like if I go to the store and I'm walking to the store and I lose my wallet because I have a hole, a big huge hole in my pocket that I was not aware of.
That's a victim.
I was a victim. You
So
see what I'm saying? My wallet was lost. I was a victim because my wallet was lost. I was a victim. But now if I get up and I'm just being lazy for the day, cause we do it, y'all. Come on, y'all know we do it. We just throw on some clothes because we tired. We don't really feel like nothing. We go throw some clothes, just go walk to the store, and I throw in them pants that I know got that big, huge hole in it that I should have thrown away. But I just want to keep them around so I can just lounge in them because they're comfortable. But they got this big, huge hole, and I don't walk to the store with these pants on, and now my wallet is gone. Am I a victim?
No.
No. Because I
you
knew
knew.
that pants had that big hole in them. I should have got rid of them pants.
So I got a
Do you
question.
see the difference?
I got a question.
I get what you're saying.
This is a
Yes.
serious question because I just really want to know, right? Me, I'm the type of person, right? I go back to a situation multiple times, right? And because I have to, like, I don't know, I'm a tourist, so it's like I'm gonna butt my head 1,000 times, especially if I love you. You know what I'm saying? I go back, and it don't be the fact that I don't know, maybe I am enabling, but I don't know. But the question is like, if I continue to go back to a situation, right? Until I choose that enough, like, how did I have this up in my head right now? So like, if I continue to go back to a situation until I've had enough, does that make me a victim or an enabler?
An enabler.
Enabler.
You're an enabler.
Well, because only
you're
reason
aware.
and
Very aware.
But the thing, yeah. But it's like it be hard sometimes.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
I never said it was easy, y'all.
I have to.
Hey, that's why this show has
The
been
thing
created.
is,
so we can
with
learn
me,
to
I feel like
deal with these type of situations.
I just gotta keep butting my head, but like
Yeah.
I don't know. I just don't get it sometimes. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Because it's like I know the outcome, and you know they say when you do something expecting, when you do something 1,000 times expecting a different result is insanity, right? But me, I'm the type of person. It's like I got to keep on going back until I genuinely don't like you and I cannot stand your presence. You know what I'm saying? And it ain't no like tit for tat. It ain't no like manipulation or nothing like that. But
That's
it's
just
like
how you deal with it.
that's just it's like. I gotta go back one last time. You know what I'm saying?
That's that sugar cane rush.
Right. You
And it's that sugar cane rush.
And then it's like when I get up in a situation, I'm like, oh my God, I should never came back. But then it's like when I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'll be getting manipulated because it's like I don't know. Maybe I'll be manipulating myself.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Cause ain't no way.
And listen, people think that other people can just manipulate us, but we can manipulate ourselves.
I feel like I'm manipulating myself.
Don't fool yourself. You can manipulate yourself. Because people lie to themselves every day. And they're out here believing a lie, y'all. So, yes, you can manipulate yourself.
It's crazy.
It is. But you know what? When you're in those toxic situations like that, it's like that. It's a rush. It's like that up. It's like going up that roller coaster. You're going, woo, up that roller coaster. And here you coming over the hill. And that's when the times is good now. and then whoosh, out of nowhere you drop down and you looking like, wait a minute, I'm blindsided. Where did that happen? I didn't know what was going on. And
Amy,
so,
if I'm being completely honest, we can be honest in here, right?
Yeah.
Like, if I'm being completely honest, like, I don't really like toxicity, but it's just like, how can I say this in the most cleanest way? Like, I don't like toxicity, but I like role play. So it's like that kind of, you know. You feel me?
That just means
do that scream toxic?
Well, I'll put it like this. So that just means you like pleasure pain.
Like,
yeah, you like pleasure pain.
Like, I like that a little bit.
That
you know what I'm saying?
Pain.
And it's weird because me as a woman, right? Like, you know, women, they want to be loved on and, you know, caressed and, you know, they like all that, you know. But me, I like my nigga a little aggressive. Like, cause I'm very dominant, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like, baby, I ain't trying to make love. Like, don't get me wrong, you know what I'm saying? That's what women like. But me as me being me and me being, you know, a little dominant, like I gotta make sure a man can handle me. You know what I'm saying? Like,
so I got a question on that. Since you bringing up that, I always wonder, what does that mean? So when you say handle you, what does that mean? Like elaborate for everybody on that.
I'm gonna put it
and
like
hold on
this.
right quick, y'all. Thank you so much to Auntie Anima for all those roses. Y'all tap that screen, get those likes up, like, share, comment, and subscribe.
So let me elaborate on that. Okay, look, I'm real. You know what I'm saying? I'm a little. I come from the hood. Okay. I come from the hood. Like, I'm used to the, you know what I'm saying?
Gotta have a rough dick.
Yeah. I'm used to, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it's just, I don't even know if I can say this stuff up on here. So I'm trying to like make it to where it makes sense to where, you know what I'm saying? I don't get nobody. But it's just like I said, I'm very dominant. Like, and me being a dominant female, I need a man that is super dominant. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Like somebody that can handle me, because it's like, I'm not aggressive. You know what I'm saying? But I do tend to, you know what I'm saying, play that game. And but in a way to where it's not toxic, but it's like, I don't know, man.
So it's role play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So you just got some kinks.
Like I don't know, man. I think something really wrong with me, because I done had men that came in, treated me good. Nah, for real. Look, I done had men came in, treated me good. Like, you know what I'm saying? The dates, the money, the, you know, want to make love, you know? And I'm like, man, look.
She said want to make
not. And I had to leave them. And it's crazy though, ain't he? Like, for real, because, you know, men be wanting to kiss up on you and caress you and stuff like that. But I'm like, nigga, I ain't come here to make love. I came here to, you know what I'm saying? Like, what you doing? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I really think something wrong with me, for real, because like I've been looking back, and I've been doing a lot of self-reflecting. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, dang, what's wrong? Is it your daddy issues? Like, what is it that make you want a man to like dominate you in that way? You get what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, y'all, but something ain't right, and I'm trying to figure it out, cause that get me up in some sticky situations sometimes. Yeah. Cause then they think they can just, you know what I'm saying? It cause friction, baby.
Yeah. Well, see, that's because you let them come in ruling stuff. So
no, I don't let them look.
So if they coming in ruling
and certain look, they got
the rule all the time. They say you can't just take it away.
No. And that's cool, but you know what, I do that anyway. But it's just like, I don't mind letting a man lead, right? But it's just like I just can't say what I want to say. Like,
let's hit.
Can't do it. Y'all gonna look at me different. I don't know, man. I got issues, y'all. That's just the moral of it. I'm convinced because there's no way. Like, it's crazy. You know, it's like you know when you have them situations, right? Like you can be up in a relationship and stuff be going smooth. You know what I'm saying? But you always got it up in the back of your mind. Hey, such and such did this. They did that. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just like. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, but you're doing everything right. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like, God damn. You know, you just don't get
so
the
that
fix.
sounds more like a soul tie.
Like, no. It ain't even that. Like, I don't know how to put it to where y'all will understand it, but it's just like.
You ain't getting satisfied.
Maybe that's what it is.
Yeah.
It's like they just don't. It's like they do everything perfect. But it's like it's just
the money, cars, and clothes. It ain't just set.
I really don't care about none of that.
So that means that means you're looking for something much deeper. Maybe?
Yeah, like
something with more substance, maybe.
Like yeah.
See?
And then I guess because I've been up in survival mode so long, you know what I'm saying, and I've been like tap more into like my masculine energy.
Side.
You know what I'm saying?
Your masculine
it's just like. I don't know. I'm still figuring this stuff out, y'all. Like,
well, see, that's what it's all about, y'all. That's what it's all about. It's about acknowledging those hard things, so we can figure it out. So we all can come together and figure it out, because we all out here learning and growing.
And you gotta be able to scratch my head, girl, because I'm really trying to figure. Nah, y'all laughing at me, but I'm so serious. I'm trying to figure it out. I'm really trying to figure it out. Now that we on these like topics and stuff like that, I'm just looking back, and I'm like, dang, like, what's wrong with me?
Well, that's when you ask yourself why. Okay, what sparked these thoughts of needing someone dominant? Like, what is it that you're gonna gain from someone dominant other than them being able to quote unquote handle you? What because you got to be getting something out of it other than that. So it's got to be more beneficial.
I feel like me
do that.
With like what I benefit out of it is like I feel like because a lot of these men, they be real feminine. You know what I'm saying? And it'd be hard, like me being a dominant woman, like I feel like in order for me to properly submit and, you know, in order for that relationship to work, I gotta have me a real dominant man that can handle me. You get what I'm saying?
So
like
it sounds like you just basically need a masculine man so that you can operate in your feminine. That's what it sounds like.
Yeah,
you have not had that.
But she ain't the only female. A lot of them like that.
You feel me? And it's crazy because like I be wanting to be feminine, but it's like when I realize the man more feminine to me, then it make me like I feel like the nigga up in a relationship and it ain't supposed to be like that. You know what I'm saying? For real. Like I done attracted a lot of men like that. And it's crazy because sometimes like I be feeling like these men be coming on to me because I'm so dominant. And it's like it scared me a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But also it's like I done got accustomed to that. You know what I'm saying? So when a real man, like, I don't know, it's crazy because like I be thinking they be real men. I ain't gonna lie. But baby, once they realize how I am and like, you know, my dominance and stuff like that, like it's like just don't be the same. Like it's like I be so feminine up in the beginning. You know what I'm saying? Moving I'm me all the way. You know what I'm saying? What you see is what you get. You know what I'm saying? But then it's like they just get feminine. Then it's like I stop getting ready. Like stop getting dressed. You know, feminine. Like I get ready regardless. But like I stop being so feminine. And it's like, how do I find a balance with that? You know what I'm saying?
So like when does that usually like take place? Like,
What?
is this at the beginning of the relationship, and like
When does
after
what take place?
that they start acting more feminine? Because you said they started
They
out
start
masculine,
yeah,
but
but
once the relationship progresses, they become very effeminate.
feminine, and
So
I just don't get that.
yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like, what's taking place? Like, is it a pattern here? Because yeah, that's a good question.
It's
Is it a pattern?
uh somewhat. I'm not gonna lie. Like,
So what's the age
Yeah.
group? Let me ask
Yeah.
you that. What's the age group?
to be
That's a good
honest,
question.
I would say,
26.
yeah, I like older men. Like, but they be older than me. I'm not gonna lie. It's like probably like I say about 29 to 34 and 35. Like, and that's what be scaring me because it's like before I didn't used to date older men. You get what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
now, like, I ain't gonna lie, I like
So-
unking them.
So,
You know what I'm
Sound like
saying?
Uncle Neil.
do shit for me.
I like unking them. I ain't gonna lie, like, what? Why?
I'm different offended.
Why?
I'm different offended.
Ain't nothing wrong with it.
Look, no. Let
Sound
me
like
ask you this
Uncle
then. Let me ask you this
Yeah.
then. What's feminine that they be doing? Like, what do they be doing?
Yeah, that's what I want to know too. Yeah,
Cause I gotta get we going
got-
deep.
yeah, we going deep.
right?
deep diving.
So,
I ain't gonna lie. I don't know if it's what I be doing, like in a bedroom
Oh my.
or what,
goodness.
but it's like after that one time, it's like I don't know. Like, don't get me. I'm a trisexual. I'm gonna try anything sexual. Okay, look, I'm gonna be a buck, not to a certain extent with my partner. Let me be specific, okay? But it's like I don't know, Amy. Cause nah, y'all laughing. I'm so serious. I be dealing with some like I'm talking about hood. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like,
And you
but
be breaking them down. What you breaking them down?
bruh,
Breaking them down.
it's
Breaking them
just
down.
crazy.
Breaking them down.
Like
Good breaking them down.
they be, you know what I'm saying? At first they be like, nah, I never let. You know what I'm saying? Then it's like, then why you let little old me be like that? Then like, and then.
come on, man.
And then after that, it's like they want it all the time, and then it's like I feel like I'll be wearing the drawers, like, you know what I'm saying? Like that ain't fair because it's like we just I don't know.
So
man.
we just experiment for the
That's
moment.
it. Don't
It's
get
not a
comfortable.
permanent thing. Don't get comfortable with it.
Yeah, like
But you know, that's to me. I'm just gonna tell it to you like this.
please
So
elaborate.
that's called spoiling. I call that spoiling
Why you say that?
because that's what it is. It's spoiling because you getting in there. Ain't he finna give you some game. The good.
Please put me on game.
When you got that good.
But you know what?
You can't be doing it
But
like
Annie,
that.
but
You
Annie,
can't do it like that.
But
when
look,
you got
this
that
the
good. You know that?
but this is the crazy part.
Mhm.
Okay, look, my secret sauce is. Look, okay, my secret sauce is, and it's bad. I don't know, it can be good or it can be bad. But me, I'm not really a hypersexual person, right? But you know, when you in that mode, right? And my problem is, and I feel like my secret sauce is like a man know he ain't gonna get this all the time.
So you just turn him out that one good time.
Yeah.
Look at that, y'all. Look, heard it here on Karma Tales.
and then it's like
There it is.
it's like they be waiting like 3 or 4 months. Like
So like I said, that sugar cane.
it's like you don't get this.
You done gave him the sugar cane. And they say, no more sugar cane. I'm not playing no more.
But I didn't always used to be like that, but I've learned to be like that because it's like they start.
So that goes
acting
into
in a
another
feminine
topic then. So that goes into another topic that we have here.
Y'all, I need counseling.
That goes
Self-accountability.
Oh yeah, definitely. We definitely have to have that.
I need counseling.
Let's see here.
Girl.
Do you believe that casual sex can leave a karmic imprint on your soul? Or is it just a way to release physical tension?
It
Woo!
can leave,
That's a good question.
it can leave an imprint on. It can leave a karmic imprint on your soul.
Oh, definitely.
Because casual sex ain't just sex for one.
Mm-hmm.
You shouldn't be out here giving your body up to everybody. You know what I'm saying? Because it's more of like an energy and a spiritual transfer.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? I've noticed like when I don't be sleeping around. You know what I'm saying? Because I really don't care for sex. I'm a sapiosexual, so it's like you gotta stimulate my mind. I gotta know that I'm able to learn something from you, benefit mentally. You know what I'm saying? To be able to bring some. You know what I'm saying? Like I gotta be
to the table.
You get what I'm saying? I don't ask a man for money. You know what I'm saying? But it's more like, what can you teach me? That's what make me. You know what I'm saying? Like
totally
teach me something.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Show me something that I can use out here up in the world. Girl, that song bring back trauma.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? But like, it's just crazy because it's like, I feel like it can because it's been times where I done slept with people like casually, right? And it's like, I'm thinking, oh, it's just you know what I'm saying? Do whatever I'm gonna do.
Little.
But then it be times where I have casual sex and it's like, it really depends on the person too and their frequency and, you know, the like a mutual understanding and agreement as well. But sometimes like with us women, like I said, we're more emotional. So it'd be hard for us to have, you know, casual sex with somebody and not catch feelings.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or not want more. Or you know what I'm saying? Like it's like a lot of things that kind of come into play up in that question. You get what I'm saying? Because it's like, I feel like it can, because not only when you having casual sex, you pick up on other people's karma. That's right. But you're also, you know what I'm saying, creating karma for yourself, because for one, you shouldn't be out here, you know what I'm
spreading yourself around.
You shouldn't. You shouldn't, because not only sexually transmitted diseases, it's demons too,
sexually
baby.
Transmitted diseases.
You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you
sexually transmitted demons.
Sometimes you lay down with people and you pick up their karma. You know what I'm saying? And then it's like it's all like it's a wheel. Like
I was gonna say, everybody you lay down with, don't you become a part of it?
Yeah, pretty much.
I ain't gonna lie, that's why I'm scared. I'm scared
nowadays.
For real, like it's scary out here.
Yes.
Then you got people that want to siphon your energy, take your energy, take it to them karmics and low vibrational energies and stuff like that. They bringing you demons and their unhealed traumas and emotions and You wondering like, dang, what's wrong with me? I was just good before I slept with this person.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Drained. You don't have any energy. You don't have any willpower. You insecure. All this anxiety and fear you have, and you trying to figure out where all this come from because you wasn't feeling like this at first, but now you are. Yes, all of that is real, people. It's really real. Thank you so much to Auntie Animal. Love you.
And not only that, but when you give in to lust and stuff like that, you tend to attract like sex demons.
Yes.
You get what I'm saying? Yes. Like it's like they smell it on you. Yes. Like I don't know, it's crazy. It's crazy how it worked, but it's like, cause it be times where I stay celibate for like a year, right? And it's like men can tell when you ain't been, you know what I'm saying? Like, and that's why it's so important for like you to use your discernment too, and not act out of emotion and use logic, because it's like you gonna give into that. Like I ain't gonna lie, it's been plenty of times I'm like, dang, I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying? Hit me up a little, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, that's why it's so important to have like mind control, you know what I'm saying, and strength, because it's like people got, you know, addictions, you know what I'm saying, with they phone. I'm not gonna just say the word, but you know, they got addictions, you know what I'm saying? And what people fail to realize, they be up there watching that stuff, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be only a matter of time before you want to go out there and act on that. You get what I'm saying? Then it's like you might not get your fix there, so you gotta go get your fix somewhere else. And then what if you don't get it there? Then you gotta go. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like, it really can. It can really mess you up for real.
Yep, because it's diseases out here that are incurable, and it's on the rise, and it's getting even higher.
I ain't gonna lie. I feel like everybody should be on PrEP.
Yeah.
Cause look, I don't even be giving it out. But look, one thing about me, I am on a HIV preventative because you just never know. One day you might slip up and baby, you ain't finna give me no package. I'm sorry, baby. Look. I don't move around enough to be out here walking around with that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, I feel like if you got insurance, medical insurance and stuff like that, I feel like everybody should be on a preventative. You know what I'm saying? People ain't gonna tell you when they out here burning. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're not. Hurt people, fam. Yes. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no telling how they got it. Yep. You feel what I'm saying? And most of these people, they can't control their flesh.
Yep. I agree.
You get what I'm saying? People be looking at me like
self-discipline.
They be like, girl, why you taking it? Well, guess what, girl? I might get drunk tonight and I might fall into temptation. And baby, look, they say you lay down with dogs, you wake up with fleas, baby. And you know what? I ain't gonna be the victim.
Mm-hmm. Yep. When you know, you can't get mad.
It's scary out here.
Yes, it is. It's
and just because you only messing with one person, baby, that do not mean that person's only messing with you. And look, people got skeletons in a closet. Okay? You ain't just gotta worry about little Susie down the street messing with your man.
That's right.
Baby, it be the bros and the Yes. Oh, baby, I'm finna go chill with the boys.
Yeah.
Why is you always with them? It's always a fight with a man's woman and his homeboys. It shouldn't even be that.
Yeah.
That's the new
generation. It really shouldn't.
You feel what I'm saying?
The new generation.
Look, baby.
I like to hang around dudes. I ain't gonna lie.
Look. Cause
that's why I be by myself though.
Look, cause if my man feel like he gotta be with the boys more than me, baby, them boys can have you, boy. Cause I don't want it.
Yeah, that part. I don't know. I just think that it's just a lot going on out here. It's crazy, and people are not honest. I don't care how honest you are with someone. Just can't guarantee they're gonna be honest with you. And then you put up all these high expectations, thinking that they're gonna do me the same way I do them. No. That's where we go wrong. We go wrong when we think that everybody moves like we do.
You know what these conversations? You know what these conversations is teaching me tonight? I ain't gonna lie. I feel like I got some working to do on myself, because you know what? Look, these conversations is really deep, because it's like I be having these conversations with myself, right? But it be different when you hear like other people's, perspectives, and outlooks on certain situations, right? And I'm not gonna lie, y'all, like I'm up in a situation right now and I gotta hold myself accountable, because in the beginning, this man told me I'm non-committal. You get what I'm saying? But this was my best friend. This was my best friend before it was my lover. You feel what I'm saying? He told me I'm non-committal. Boom. But I get it. You know what I'm saying? I accepted that. That was the terms. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't give you what you want. I ain't no good for you. He was a man about it. And that's what made me like, okay, well, they gave me free will. You get what I'm saying? And I feel like up in that situation, it's like, I stayed up in that situation, not trying to change his mind, because I really don't care. Because one thing about me, when I love you for who you is and everything that you come with. You feel what I'm saying? So like the fact that he gave me that, you know what I'm saying, that honesty, I chose to do what I wanted to do with it. And up in this situation, it's like things changed after intimacy, because I remind you, I was talking to this man for like a year before we even had intercourse, anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't a sex-based relationship. Okay. You get what I'm saying? But after that, it's like, oh yeah, it could just be me and you, da. But remind you, I already gave him an open relationship. I've been up in poly relationships. You know what I'm saying? I didn't experience when it comes to relationships. You get what I'm saying? And now it's like, I had to just recently tell him, I allowed you to get away with, like, because now, like, we're committed relationship, right? But it's like, the more you accept in the beginning, the less you can expect in the end. Yes. Like, or deeper in a relationship. You know what I'm saying? Yep. Because I recently had to tell him, like, because I had to cut him off for like 4 months. Like, because I'm like, you're not finna keep playing with me. But the whole time, how you gonna get mad because he playing with you and you was playing with yourself in the beginning?
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? And I had to. It took a lot for me to say this, but I told the nigga, I said, you know what? I can't even be mad at you. He said, why? I said, because I let you get away with a lot in the beginning. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And now that I'm hearing these like questions and you know how we answering them and you know what we talking about and stuff like that, like it's potential. You know what I'm saying? Because he's putting in the work to be able to become a better man. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What's that?
That is my puzzle. Yeah. That's what that is.
He putting in the work to become a better man or whatever, but it's like I don't let him play with me so much to where like now he's trying to take me serious, and it's like I can't even take me serious. You know what I'm saying? I can't even take it serious. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. And this right here just really taught me like, girl, what is you doing? Mm-hmm. What is you doing? Yeah. Because it's like, even if this man was to come in and do everything that you asked him to do, girl, look, you're not going to be happy. Because you allowed this man to do all this stuff. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like.
So, and that's the good thing about being accountable, because you can ask yourself just what you said. What are you doing? And a lot of times we don't ask ourselves what we out here doing. We just out here operating, thinking that we're making it work.
And then my thing is, I be like, I know that he deal with like a lot of like childhood trauma and you know, stuff within himself. And me being a healer, I feel like I can heal everybody. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Like, let me, you know, but when nobody there with me on my healing journey, and you know, he just recently came back talking about, yeah, I want to be with you, da 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 da, you know, but I'm healing, da da da. Okay, that's cool. And you know what? My dumb, you know, said, yeah, well, we can be in a relationship. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, nah, for real. But because he offered it, and you know, me falling for the okie doke, because I'm like, I love this nigga. You know what I'm saying? But my higher self, like, girl, what the hell is you doing?
Yeah.
Because this man just told you he healing, and da da da. Why do you feel the need that you gotta heal everybody? Why do you feel like you gotta walk with them and hold their hand?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if it's my loyalty or I don't know if it's just like the healer in me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to figure it out.
Well, see, that's good. And that's the times when we should be mindful about what it is we are doing. Because that's why I asked, was it a pattern?
What?
Which
part? With the feminine man?
You already said that was a pattern. I'm talking about the
what part? I done said a lot of stuff tonight.
Yeah, you went deep. She went deep, didn't she, everybody?
I ain't gonna lie.
Tap the screen.
When I got up on here, I was a little nervous because, like I said, I'm an open book. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not used to like putting filter or talking in code. Like, you know what I'm saying? I just get down to the nitty gritty.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? But like, I don't know, like, as far as like you saying, is it a pattern as far as me feeling like I can heal people? Or,
yeah, that's the pattern I'm speaking of.
Like, I'm not gonna necessarily say it's a pattern, but like when I love you, I love you. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, my loyalty be scaring me sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not even gonna hold you, like, because I'm so forgiving, I'm understanding. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm emotional, but I'm also logical. I'm an earth sign, so I'm very balanced out. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it's just like, I don't know. It just depends on the person. I'm not gonna say it's a pattern. You know what I'm saying? Because I can acknowledge a man that is putting in the work to better himself. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm willing to ride that out because nobody's perfect. That's you know what I'm saying?
That's right.
And as long as you showing up the way that you supposed to be showing up, not only as a man, not for me, but for yourself, I can't do nothing but respect it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to leave somebody just because they in the process of healing, because it's been times where I've been healing and I wouldn't want nobody to be like, oh, well, screw you because, you know what I'm saying, you dealing with stuff from your past. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm very understanding. So like up in this situation, I just feel like, I don't know. I don't feel like it's something that's repetitive though.
But I mean, everybody got a purpose. Everybody, I'm sorry.
No. You come
everybody got a purpose, and I feel like you probably is meant to heal because you got a lot of people that be like, well, I'm not taking that baggage.
Yeah, that's true.
You already damaged. I'm not taking that baggage.
That's true.
Because I don't feel like dealing with that. But you got people like me, you, Asha, that are actually, take a person in and see who a person is before we do that because we more on the spiritual side.
Yeah.
I think that's what be getting me. You know what I'm saying?
We gotta
it be scary because like sometimes you be like, you know what, I'm finna leave this motherfucker alone. You know what I'm saying? But then it's like God telling me be obedient, be obedient, do it. Like
stay on over there for a little bit longer.
It's like that's where the battle come in at because it's like me personally, I know who I am and I know what I deserve and I know my worth. You get what I'm saying? I'm very confident in the woman that I am. That's why when I talk to people, I talk to them looking at them straight up in their eyes. You know what I'm saying? You can tell a person confidence by that. When you can't look at me up in my eyes, baby, what's going on? Like you're not too sure.
That's right.
Okay, but it's just like, I don't know. It's something that I battle with. You know what I mean? Like it be keeping me laid up at night because it's like, God, if this ain't for me or if this is something that I'm supposed to leave alone, why do you keep dragging me there? And sometimes it be for a lesson. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes you can also self-sabotage something based off, you know what I'm saying, trauma and, you know what I'm saying, projection and other things that kind of come into play. You know what I'm saying? You can trick yourself out of your spot too.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? So, and it's like, I be praying for discernment, but it's like every time, like, and specifically with this person, it's scary. Like, it's like every time I try to give up, God be like, go on. Go back. He needs you.
He needs you. Get on over there.
He needs you.
Yeah.
Although you said you'll never help him again, look, just do it this one last time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I can tell when it's God and when it's my ego and my pride and, you know what I'm saying? But it's just like, God put people up in your life for a reason. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we're meant to be a catalyst to some people's growth as well.
That's true.
You get what I'm saying? And it ain't always easy to just like be able to, you know what I'm saying, shake certain situations. But up in this situation, look, I don't know. I might just have to, figure it out by the night.
Goodness.
Nah, for real.
Fast.
I don't care. Because I feel like when I'm sacrificing more than, and I don't even care about gaining necessarily, like when it comes to material wise and stuff like that. But when I feel like I'm sacrificing and it's not necessarily being reciprocated in other ways, it's like, baby, what you doing? Because you can only help somebody so much. It's like leading a horse to water. You can't make it drink it. And like I said, don't get me wrong, there's change action, but at the same time, I also know that I agree to some shit that I wasn't supposed to agree to.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, sometimes you can fumble a good thing like that. They always say slow and steady wins the race. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like I agreed to some stuff way too fast to go back in time now. Like, that's the crazy part.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I think, me personally, I think that it can definitely be hard, especially when you feel drawn to that person. And it's a spiritual connection and not a physical one. So that is the hard part because it's your spirit that's drawn to this individual. And although that person is healing, yes, it's still okay to be with someone that is healing, but it can be to the detriment of your growth, of each other's growth. And that's where the problem comes in.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know when it's detrimental to one another's growth. It's okay to understand. It's okay to be there and care and
Yeah.
help, but not to the detriment
I ain't gonna lie. Like I done did so much healing
of our
to where
spirit.
if it's just sitting wrong with me too long, I don't know. I'm quick to just get out of. I'm quick. It's scary. Like, but I don't know. I might have to walk out on faith on this because it's just you know that song when a woman's fed up.
Yeah,
It ain't nothing you can do about it.
yeah. That
You
is
feel
the
what I'm
truth.
saying?
Yeah.
And no,
Say it's deep. I told y'all we getting deep.
it's only so
We're going
much.
deep.
Only
Yeah.
so much you
That a person can take
know what I'm
anyway.
saying?
That is the facts. So, our next question is,
And I don't know. I feel like another reason why none of my relationships work out because like me, I'm real spiritually inclined,
yeah,
and it's like half of these people it's like it's no like like
no
you
flair.
nothing. It's like
no flair.
and then me being the type of person
Yeah.
that I am, it's like if I can have these deep conversations with you, baby, what is we
What are
doing?
we
I don't
doing?
want to have sex all day. I don't want to, you know what I'm saying?
Me
I don't
either.
like what are we doing?
Yes.
Half of these people can't even have a conversation.
Mm-hmm. And I think that a lot of people's attention span is just decreased so much that the deep conversations are pretty much almost gone. They're a thing of the past.
A person asks you all day, "What you doing?
Yeah.
What you doing?
How
What you doing?
Where you
Like,
going?
dang, is you a
Where you
monitoring
going?
spirit?
Yeah.
Why you want to know what I'm doing all day, every
All
day? That's
day.
all you ask. And it ain't like you be like, oh, can I take you out to lunch? Or, oh, can we hang out? You know, can we go? It's always, what are you doing?
Yeah.
And I'm talking about 1,000 times a day. Just because you ain't doing, I'm not gonna keep. And it got to the point now to where I'm just like chilling, and I'm out there living my life. You feel what I'm saying? But it's like, why you keep asking me, what am I doing?
On the
You ain't got
toilet.
nothing else to talk about. Oh well,
I'm on
you
the
know,
toilet.
how you doing mentally? How you doing physically? Like what you
Yes.
eat today?
Yes.
You know what I'm
Did
saying?
you
Like,
read a book?
like you know, did you
What
watch
was it about?
Like you
Yeah,
know,
something.
it's like I don't know.
Yeah.
This dating pool nowadays, it's look. I don't know what COVID did, but it's just no. I feel like COVID brought the new earth. I'm not gonna lie, cause y'all for real. I'm for real. You know they say it's a new world or whatever. I feel
Yeah.
like COVID did that, cause it's like it's a lot of stuff going on in the world. It's hard to
a lot.
explain.
It's very much so a lot, and it doesn't look like it's getting any better. That's the sad part. But hopefully, with us discussing topics like these, we can help some growth come around the
Dang, you know-
bend. Karma Tales is coming around the bend. Have you ever been betrayed by a friend? And how did it impact you emotionally and spiritually? That's deep. What you think, King Ray?
Man, that's a deep one. Like
That's
I
a
done
deep
had so many of them. I don't even know where to start at.
Yeah. How, did it impact you emotionally or spiritually?
Oh, it definitely impacted me. You know, again, it was just about trust. You know what I'm saying? Man, my partner Julie, I ain't gonna, you know what I'm saying? I know nothing, but anyway, you know what I'm saying? We got in a little situation back when I was younger, but the nigga, almost got me violated on my probation because I wouldn't tell on him.
Oh, wow.
You know what I'm saying? And I ran into him, and he like, bro, he like, they said your name when they was talking to me, bro. Why they bringing your name up?
Dang.
And I said, dummy, because I was with you in the situation when it went down,
When it
dummy.
happened, wow.
And I said, the girl knew where my house was. She know where your house was. So I said, you really put me in jail. I really could have went to jail. And we got into it. I ain't talked to him since that day.
Oh, wow. But how that, like, impacted you?
It's the trust. It's the trust. It's the trust. But, I mean, like, I ain't had a lot of that happen before. Mm-hmm. But I feel like a lot of that happened to a lot of good-hearted people. You know what I'm saying? They really look out for people and put their neck on the line. It's a lot of that happen. You know what I'm saying? Like,
because it's always going to be some person out there who wants to take advantage of good people. There's always going to be a snake in the grass. So that's just what it is. And that's why we have to view people as energy and not as a person. And that's what we have to learn to discern.
Back when I was younger, I wasn't spiritual at all. So it was just, it was, you know what I'm saying? It was street. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Don't put that on my name. We're going to swap it.
Oh, yeah.
Straight like that. But now it's more spiritual. You know what I'm saying? I wish, like, now that I look back on that situation, that was like my brother, so I wish I would have knew the things I knew now. I probably would have handled it different, but back then, like I said, no understanding. And I didn't have that at all, especially from nothing.
Do you think that forgiveness is possible after betrayal in a friendship? I think it depends on the situation.
Yeah.
I think it depends on the situation.
Long as you ain't did nothing to my family, because I really ain't materialistic. I don't care about that. Long as you ain't did nothing to my family or nobody I love, oh, you good.
I feel like there's levels to it.
Yes, definitely levels.
I feel like anything else besides that you come back from.
Nah.
If not, I mean, this is my opinion. If not,
yeah. No, I respect it. I don't judge you. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm very forgiving too. People done did me in the dirtiest way, and I done forgave them. But it's just me being who I am. It just be the principle of certain things. Yeah, I can forgive you, man. It just depends. I'm not even gonna hold you.
It depends. It depends.
It depends on how much I cut for you.
Yeah.
And if I know I ain't did wrong by you and you cross me in a certain light, you know what I'm saying, man? Look, it's just certain things I can't come back from. Me being a Taurus, I can hold a grudge. I don't always do that, but I can hold a grudge, especially when you cross me to a certain extent.
So you don't think a grudge put like a damp on your energy?
Not really. No. Not for me personally, because it's like, nah, people be knowing what they be doing, fam. Like to a certain extent, no, it don't. Like I can really walk past somebody and just be like I don't know them, and it don't drain my energy. It don't put no weight on my heart, nothing, because you like that goes back to, you know, seeing people for who they is. You know what I'm saying? Like some people, they just don't be right, fam. They don't be right. You forgive them, then they'll do it again. Forgive them, then they'll do it again. Yeah. Forget them, then they'll do it again. Baby, I'm not no doormat, fam.
That part.
I done been through so much stuff up in my life. I done got ran over by a friend. I done had friends that be up. Listen, I'm not no doormat, fam.
That part.
I done been through so much stuff up in my life. I done got ran over by a friend. I done had friends that be up.
A little bit of connection issues. All right. Type 1 in the chat if you can hear me.
I don't know. I'm real big on principle.
Type 1 in the chat.
Cause you gotta ask. Right. You gotta ask yourself, if I was to do them like that, would they forgive me?
Yeah,
most of the time, the answer is gonna be no.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah. Most of the time,
it's just what it is. Like it ain't always gonna be fair. You know what I'm saying? It ain't always gonna be. You know what I'm saying? I treat people accordingly. I let people do what they do, so I see what they rather do, and I move accordingly.
I agree. Totally.
So you return the same energy that they give.
Not necessarily. Not necessarily, because I don't do the tit for tat. But I don't give respect where respect is not earned. I don't give forgiveness where forgiveness is not earned. That's where a lot of people mess up at. You feel what I'm saying? They quick to forgive and, you know, stuff like that. And it's like, What made you feel like you can forget them if they did you like that from the jump? You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Why would you forget that? And then it goes back to you knowing your worth, because it's like, if you knew your worth, bro, you know what I'm saying? You lose value. Like, it's like something that's so easily accessible. Mm-hmm. It loses value.
Yeah. Well,
you forget.
I think
you know,
the only thing about that, when people say that something that it loses value, I don't think that it loses value. I think that person just doesn't understand the value of it.
It can be that too.
But I don't think that it loses value, because look, if you striving to be in a relationship and it's to be in a relationship for a long time, that means you're planning on growing old with one another.
Mm-hmm.
And with old age comes sickness. And that's just the facts, because the body is going to wear down eventually the older you get.
See, but we speaking.
I don't care how much CMOS you take.
Look,
I don't care how much you
but only
out,
reason
that body gonna get old and it's gonna start winding down. Mm-hmm. And so, with that being stated, if you know it's gonna start winding down, why are you not selecting someone that can be by your side if you get unable to take care of yourself? Because guess what? That's when it really counts.
But you talking about friendship. Now, if we talking about relationship,
I'm talking about friendship too.
But look,
you want listen. If we friends, we supposed to be growing old together. We supposed
no.
Listen,
look, and yeah, to a certain extent,
we supposed to be growing old together. We supposed to be till we leave up out of here. What is that, Thelma and Louise?
Man, you know what? To come across people like that is very rare nowadays.
I know that, and that's why I'm saying what I'm saying. And that's why I'm saying what I am saying. That is a friend to me.
Yeah. That
sometimes stuff is not a friend.
Yeah.
You fool me sometimes. Mm-hmm. And most of the time it's when it's convenient for you.
That's about
that is not a friend. I don't address that as a friend. I'm not even gonna say that is not even a friend. That's somebody who's trying to misuse me. Because we all gonna be used. That's why we're here to serve one another. Mm-hmm. So we all gonna be used, but it's when people try to misuse and abuse you and I that we should step up and be like, nah, baby, it's not going down like that. Not tonight. Not even tomorrow night or the next night after that either. We're gonna put it to a stop right now. That's when those strong, firm boundaries should be set up. But people like us who are healers that love and care and love and light, yay!
It ain't always love and light.
It is not always love and light.
I'm gonna just keep it.
It is not always love and light. Oh no, it's not. And sometimes that love and light, baby, will get you crying at night. Love and light will make you cry at night.
I used to be so forgiving though. It's crazy. I done forgave some stuff I never thought I'd forgive. But you know what? Now that I'm older and I'm wiser, I'm going to make you stand on that.
Yeah. I just feel like at this stage in my life, if it's not on something that's going to grow and prosper and build and expand, then it's pointless. Mm-hmm. It's pointless. I guarantee you, it's pointless. You're not even gonna like me. It's gonna be pointless because the things that most people are requiring, I'm not gonna do that anyway. Mm-hmm. For instance, I'm not going to blow a man's phone up until he call me back. I'm just not gonna be doing that. That's a waste of time. Why would I do that? Why would you want me to do that?
I just stroke their ego.
That's a question right there. Why would you want me to do that to you? Why would you want me to just call you on your phone and bug the heck out of you until you decide after I done got on your nerves for the 80 billionth time to pick the phone up and answer? How's that conversation gonna go? Hey, I called you 80 billion times. What happened? 80 billion? Yeah, 80 billion. You said call you till I got you. See how stupid that is? It sounds dumb to me. I don't know about anybody else. No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. And you shouldn't have to do it to me either.
Mm-hmm.
Because if we're on the same page, I'm feeling you, and I know you feeling me. We feeling one another. But we finna spend time together. Ain't no question about that. You want to spend time with me? I want to spend time with you. When we spending time?
I ain't
I
gonna
don't
lie,
gotta beg you to spend time. You want to spend time.
Mm-hmm.
You want to spend time. You want to do it. You need to do it because you need to spend this time. And I need to be doing and wanting to do the same. That is called becoming one. And we out here operating as two, playing like we one. And that's what's going on out here for real, for real.
Literally.
Yeah. We out here walking separately, trying to play like we're walking individually and right here singly, but we're not. That's not how we operating out here. Because think about it. When you get in a relationship with somebody and you claiming y'all building and everything, so if I'm building with you, that means we're putting things together so we can grow, so it can grow and expand. So that means what's yours is mine, what's mine is yours. This is ours. It's not you or me or I think. It's a us. And that's hard, baby. That's hard. That is hard for a lot of people to even be able to understand what us means.
Mm-hmm. Because sometimes
they still stuck on you and me and I.
See, that's
I and we. Where's we and I? I don't think I means one. Last time I checked, it didn't mean two. It meant one. So that it can't be I. Me means one, because that's just you. That's me. So it can't be me, and you is that person over there. That's you. So it can't be you. So it gotta be us, because us mean more than one. Our means more than one. Plural people, not singular. And that is what we all should have learned in school. That applies to relationships. That applies to friendships, most definitely. Because if you're my friend, I'm going to be friendly. I'm going to do things that are friendly. I'm going to operate in a friendly fashion.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to stab you in your back. You don't got to worry about me trying to sleep with your man. I'm your friend.
Mm-hmm. Maybe.
Come on now. Can the church say amen? I'm your friend. I'm a real friend. So your man can sit in the room with me for 80 years and I'm not going to talk to him. And he better not talk to me.
Amen. Mm-hmm. I hate to bust your bubble, but whip in 2025, them friends is very rare.
Well, I'm one.
And you want to know why?
If I'm one, then I believe that
but
it's
you want to
know
what,
out there somewhere.
But you want to know what?
It's hard to find.
But you know what? I'm like that too. But I ain't gonna lie. Some of us women, we need to hold ourselves accountable because we be the reason why women. We be the reason why these females not friends, because we sit up here when we get mad at our man. We want to go back and tell our friend, oh, such and such, da 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 da. You know what I'm saying? Not even that, but when he treating us good, oh, such and such did this, such and such did that. How you expect her not to want to? You know what I'm saying? Like it's like a lot of stuff that kind of play in a part with that. You know what I'm saying? But some of these females, they just don't be right. They don't be right.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? They don't be right.
Facts.
Whether you tell them or you don't tell them, you got some people that's just out here, Little Caesars, hot and ready. You know what I'm saying? Like, and they portray themselves to be good friends, but at the end of the day, it's like you see them. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, I don't know. In 2025, I know there's real people out here. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know that it's like-minded people like us. But in a society that we live in, baby, cheating and sneaking and geeking and tweaking is just so easily accessible.
Yes, it is.
It's easy to get away with. You know what I'm saying? But me, I'm the type of person, look. I don't do tit for tat. But baby, you got 30 minutes. You got 30 minutes. Because you know what? Me, I feel like I put everything out on the table, right? I keep it a band on my end. If I cheated, I cheated. I'm gonna tell you I cheated. You get what I'm saying? But the way people be moving nowadays, look, I don't do that tit for tat. I will leave.
That part.
But it just depends on the day. No, I'm serious. Because you know what? I can forgive a man for cheating. I can. Especially the type of woman that I am. I can forgive a man for cheating. Because it's like, he ain't getting it over here. You get what I'm saying? Like, I gotta hold myself accountable, because if I'm not pleasing my man at home, every dog need a bone. You know what I'm saying? But it be the lion for me. Like, why you couldn't just tell me, baby, look, you ain't trying to give me nothing, so can I go? Baby, go on. I get it. Just don't bring home no STDs, and just know that you ain't get
1, 2, 3.
And just know when you get home, you ain't getting nothing from me.
Yeah,
Still.
no STDs and no 1, 2, 3.
So let me ask y'all this. Y'all feel like y'all can be in a sexless relationship? Do y'all feel like it's... No, look. I'm asking y'all. Do y'all feel like a sexless relationship can work?
I think it's possible. I think it's possible with two people who have that like mind, but only with two people that have that like mind. Because if even one of them does not share the same ideology, it's gonna go, of course, all the way left field.
So you think it can really happen?
Yeah, I think it can happen. A sexless relationship. Yeah.
What you saying? Like, if two people are just very like spiritually inclined.
Yeah,
like,
they would have to be deeply spiritually inclined, and be very, 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 very self-disciplined. They would have to be very, very self-disciplined, and not moved by the flesh. So lust would be something that they would definitely have to conquer. So if they've conquered lust on both sides, yes, because you have to lust or desire something in order to want it. That bad. And you know what's funny about it? A lot of times people lust and they want it that bad, and then when they get it, even if it's good, listen, even if it's good, even if they get it and it's good, it still might not even turn out the way that they thought it was going to turn out. Because that's a feeling. You're acting off of a feeling. So it's almost like acting off of emotions without thinking logically. That's basically what lust is. I would say that it is. It's a form of emotion.
It's action without thinking.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. That's exactly what it is. It's action without actually doing the deed. That's why the Bible says too, so a man thinketh, so is he. And also that if a man lusts after a woman, he's already been intimate with her in his mind. Because technically you have. You've already laid the law down, you've already acted it out, you know exactly how you're gonna do it and all of that in your mind. And things first start in the spirit, and then it manifests into the physical. So you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And a lot of times people thinking why they being so targeted by temptation, a lot of times we're thinking the temptation into our reality. That's deep, huh? That's real deep. Yeah, manifestation is deep. And think about it, when you lusting after somebody and you having these desires for this person, you are in what? You are in deep thought.
No, that's
put it where it is. Yeah. You are in deep thought. So that means you are focused and you're operating with intentions. So you focused on what it is. You're operating on those intentions. Yeah.
And
so
then
yeah,
you can become an action. You don't even know you're doing
cause and effect.
Yeah.
Karma. Yeah.
I can see that.
Yeah.
How you broke it down.
So it's so easy to fall into the traps And the good thing is we can have conversations like these and come up with some kind of solutions to the problems that's going on out here, because it's not these relationship gurus. It's not. Because if nobody is healing from the traumas and the issues that's holding them back, it's a waste of time.
I think relationships we need to focus more on building each other up
I
instead of
agree.
breaking each other down.
I totally agree. Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's just a lot of depression and, people killing themselves, relationships, and all kind of stuff going on. And I'm just not talking about no intimate relationship. I'm talking about family, friends. Like, people are killing themselves because they so depressed over this type of stuff.
Yeah.
So I think the biggest thing is, in a relationship, at the end of the day, build each other up, don't break each other down.
I agree. Don't forget to tap the screen, like, share, subscribe, comment, and follow. Yeah, I totally agree with KingRayHuncho. Totally agree. It's really crazy out here, y'all. But the great thing is we have conversations like these to help us come up with some kind of solutions to the problems. So this will conclude our episode of Karma Tales for the evening. And we will be back on Saturday evening to discuss these topics some more. So tune in for part 2.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Thank y'all for tuning in to Karma's Tales. This is KingRayHuncho and Miss Darling Nikki over here on the right beside me, the beautiful Darling Nikki. And I am the Karma Queen, Ashafaya. And y'all have a good night. Yeah. You thought you got away. Tick tock. Your time is up. Run your mouth now, taste the dirt. All that pride about to get you hurt. Truth's a fire, you'll light a fuse. Guess what, baby, you about to lose. It's coming for you. Calm nigga retribution. Estimate meets revolution. Yeah. Life now, but that trend don't fade. Karma's loaded, shot time delayed. Oh, you thought you skated right through. Now karma's aim straight at you. What will you do? Talk your talk, spin your tail, but baby, truth prevails. You dance with flames, thought you win, but karma's green. Let's begin. It's coming for you. Karmic retribution. You played your game. Now here's execution. You're so chaos, redefined. Karma's coming, no exit inside. Fake smiles, cracked man's undone. Nowhere to hide and nowhere to run. Keep smiling, baby. See where it gets you. Thought this was a game, so karma gon' bless you. Every lie counted, every star has been marked. Now it's your turn. Welcome
top. You can't stop that clock.
This is the clock that cannot be
You threw stones, now break that shock.
Are you shocked?
Retribution's knocking loud. Say it proud. You've been found.
You've been found.
It's coming for you.
Retribution.
Karmic retribution.
All of this mess.
This mess you stirred meets revolution.
Revolution is flame.
Karmic retribution.